Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Patrick here, 8 Questions With. And no, this is not an illusion. I am here live on a Thursday morning, early afternoon. I know some of you might be seeing me and think, wait a minute, is it library? Is it library day? Nope, nope. It's 8 Questions Day. So this is the first of two interviews we're doing today. The first one will be with model actress Pooja. Uh, Uh, Pooja Piku. I want to say Pikachu. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I keep on wanting to say Pooja Pikachu, but it's not Pikachu. It's Piku. Hey, bud. How are you guys doing? Looking forward to you guys coming on to the show next week, tearing it up. That's going to be a lot of fun, definitely. Um, but this is our first trip to Dubai, over in the United Arab Emirates. I had actually put it inside of a group, and I was looking for some people to talk to. And a representative asked if she could put my information in a Middle East group, and I said that'd be fine. And I got about 10 or 12 people instantly writing me, and so I'm going to be doing this a little bit for a little while. I'm going to do at least one a month, and just go from there and see where it goes. Um, I think it'll be fun. I've never talked to anybody from the Middle East, from that part of the world. So this is a first for us. We have been to many countries already, many countries, but this is our first time to the United Arab Emirates, and it's gonna be interesting. Um, as you can see, that picture of Pooja, she's modeling right there. We have a hey, Waffles. Yes, and we're going to change that picture out too. I'm going to change it out after the show. I will change that out. Even though it is a good picture, though. So yeah, you guys are back. That's funny. Bud's going to be on the Wednesday, and then you're going to be on the Thursday. So that'll be a lot of fun. So this is our first, like I said, this is our first visit over there across the way, and it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll be honest with you, I don't really I don't have a game plan for this one. Um, you know, I really don't. I'm going to have to come up with it on the fly. As far as asking her the questions. But I'll come through. Bud's on Wednesday. Hey Lane, there's my library partner right there. All right, that's cool. So there, Elaine right there is my library partner. So every Tuesday when you guys see me do library Tuesdays, that's my friend right there, and her and I we hold it down, and then we go and do damage at the bookstore. Um, Yeah, wow. I'm glad you're here, Elaine. This is the earliest I've ever done a live interview. Most of the time, whenever I do an interview from Europe or whatnot, I always start at 2 o'clock. But this is the first time I've gone this early. That tells you, hey, you know what? You got to go where it takes you. And meeting Pooja is a very it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, yes, that's right. Yeah. Good. Good. Did you have a good week, Elaine? Did After I left, did you have a good one? I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too bad. I think I did pretty good actually. Um, and just now we turn around and now we wait for the big bag sale. It comes on the last week of in October. Uh, that's gonna be the best. That's the best sale of the month at the library is when it's bag sale time. Um, I don't know anything about the film industry or the television industry of the United Arab Emirates. I do know that it is a very popular tourist attraction place. I also know it's a lot of the rich and the elite, they go to party there. I know that it was featured in one of the Fast and Furious movies. Um, it seems to be a really big destination place right now for big productions. So it's more liberal than most of the Arab countries. I mean, just see the picture of Pooja that I had on there, and you couldn't walk in Iran with that on. She couldn't go. She couldn't walk around in Iran looking like that, nor Saudi Arabia. So the United Arab Emirates seems to be a little bit more liberal, but to what extent, we won't know. We'll have to ask. So it'll be definitely interesting. It's a whole different world over there than it is over here. So, um, and Pooja will be here in about 10 minutes. So while I'm doing that, I got to break out the calendar. So let's do that. Uh, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. So what I have going on here. This is Thursday. This is the last show. This is the last shows of the week. So Pooja will be here at 12, or a little at 12, and then tonight at 8 o'clock we will be talking to Jonathan Martinez, the Man of Movies YouTube channel, and he is a member of the Cinema Squad, and he will be here for an interview with me, and one I'm looking forward to very much. I've gotten five out of the six cinema squaddies. I've interviewed 5 out of 6. So I got one more to go, and that will probably most likely happen next month in November. I just got to go ahead and grab a hold of him and make sure he'll actually commit to it. Um, so I also want to give a shout out to our good friend Gareth from Video Tasties. I want to return the shout out he gave me. Um, I had mentioned uh, during a show that I had mentioned during a show, or talking to him. I had mentioned that he should go after a director, and he went ahead and got him. And he gave me a nice shout out. So director Tom McLaughlin, who I've actually seen twice now on House of Horrors. Stephen has had him on the show twice. Well, now he's going to be going over to Video Tasty's channel, and be interviewed over there. Um, that's great. I just wish I could get him to come over to hang out with us for a night. But I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. I would love to have Tommy McLaughlin on either here or on the Midnight Society. So, Gareth, I know that you've been doing outstanding work on your channel lately, and congratulations for that booking. That's out. That's just great. I'm very happy for you, man. And well deserved. Well deserved. And Tommy has friends in the UK. Um, Vosman, our community member, our friend, Vosman, he actually stayed up and watched this interview that him and I were hanging out and watching the interview on House of Horrors. And now he's 5 hours ahead of us. And that show started at 12 midnight his time, but he stayed up and watched the entire show with me. So I thought that was really cool. Um, in fact, I'm probably going to put my 2 cents in this and suggest to Gareth that maybe he should have Vassman as the co-host for that show, um, because he showed a lot of dedication to it, to supporting Tommy. That's just my 2 cents, but I wanted to give a shout out to for Gareth for recognizing me. All right, our guest is here, so I will do the calendar as soon as this show's over. So don't go anywhere. But please welcome our friend, our new friend, and model and actress, Pooja Piku. I'm gonna get that name right. Ta-da! Ta-da! Look who's
Hello,
here. Hi.
how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh, this is
I
early for
think the
me.
voice is a bit low. I'll just try connecting my headset.
Sure. This is live. This is live TV. Let me know when you're ready. Uh, okay. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me. Uh, can you hear me, Pooja? Okay. Because we can't hear you. Okay.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
There you go. Test 1 2 3, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just one, two, three.
Okay. I think you're gonna have me. If I speak, okay. Now can you still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. It's perfectly
Okay.
fine.
Okay. When I'm speaking to you, I'm being echoed back.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Let me try it now. Perfect. Yeah, this is a verse for us. So
It's fine.
okay, test 1 2 3. Yeah, I still hear myself. Are you talking to your phone or are you talking to your computer?
I have my headset. A blue headset.
Okay, because I can still hear me.
So I'll do one thing. I'll just put it
Okay, okay, let me try this again. 1 2 3.
on. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Perfect. 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 Right there. Don't change anything. You're perfect.
Sure. No worries.
It's okay. It's you know what though? It's sort of punk rockish actually. It's we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing this fly by night. Um, so welcome to the show. Very glad you're here.
Thank you. Same
Um,
here.
now, how do we say your name? I think I'm saying your first name right, but how are we saying your last name?
You can say Pooja Kathuria, but you can call me Piku as well. It's Piku.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's a short and a sweet name, and it's easiest to say.
I kept on telling everybody. I kept on saying. I keep on wanting to say Pooja Pikachu, from Pokemon, but I know that's not right.
That's a Pikachu.
Um, so United Arab Emirates. Now it's 8 o'clock over there, so you're 8 hours ahead of us, right?
Yes.
Wow, this is sort of cool. Um, this is the first time I've ever interviewed anybody from the United Arab Emirates. First time I've interviewed anybody. Um,
And I'm so fortunate that I've been online today with you. It's just like I don't know how can I express in words, but really appreciated you give me this opportunity to be here on the show.
Oh, you and me both. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I just like this is fun for me. I'm just like, wow, this is going to be so much fun because I have never done it before. So I'm grateful for the opportunity as well. Um,
Yeah.
so what city are you based in right now? I mean, it's Dubai, but it's Dubai is like the biggest city in the country, isn't it?
Yes.
It's massive, isn't it?
Totally. Absolutely.
Um, What's it like living there?
Sorry, come again.
What's it like living there?
If you start living here, you don't feel like going anywhere. This is like a second home to me.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because you originally are from India, right?
Yes,
And
I'm
then and
originally
then
from
you, and
India.
then you moved then you moved to the for your career you moved to the United Arab Emirates, which is really cool because like I said, I know that Hollywood has been doing a lot more projects over there, and as far as the acting goes, like TV and movie projects. So it must be you're like on the ground floor of this. I mean, what a great place to be. The city is, the industry is growing. Opportunity for you should be increasing, don't you think?
Yes, it's actually increasing, and you can make a lot of connections and networking. And I think Dubai is one of the best place that you can get connected with a lot of people. Yes, they're going to encourage you in all the manners they can, and I'm absolutely having this pleasure to stay here with the different nationalities, and I have a lot of friends, not only from our country, from different countries as well. So you get connected with, I mean, lot of people.
Now, what came first for you? Did the modeling come first for you, or did your acting come first for you?
Well, I can say this passion comes first for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was.
I passionately see. Sorry.
Uh, when you started out in India as a fashion model, because you do a lot of high end stuff. You do. I mean, you're like in magazines and what have you. Um,
Yes.
how did you get your start there in India, and what made you decide to go to the United Arab Emirates?
Back in India, I was not having much of like I was not into this. When I completed my schooling, I completed my college. I moved to Dubai. I was in the corporate sector, and since my childhood, this was my passion that I have to get into modeling industry, especially in the fashion industry. I love to be into a glamorous industry. I love to be, like I want to be a lifestyle of a glamorous girl. So that what motivates me every day. And I can say during COVID, I was having nothing to do, so I thought, no, this is the time when I can just transform myself. And I started struggling, going here and there, but by God's grace, I got a lot of opportunities. I started meeting people, and during their sessions, I've participated in international pageant, and I've been the crown winner for one of the international pageant called Being She Queen 2021, and I got transformed completely into 360 degree.
What I really was really surprised at when when you told me that you're a fashion model, in Dubai, I was really like surprised because we over here in the West, we always get that we always get that the image of most Arab countries are very conservative, because especially the ones that are heavy into Islam, and so they don't really, like I said before you came on, I said I don't think you could wear some of this clothes that you do in Dubai. I don't think you could walk out in Saudi Arabia like that, or Iran or Iraq for that question. So is Dubai do you feel Dubai is just a very liberal city? It's very open minded.
Absolutely. I've been going for several shoots. You can go for laundry shoots, you can go for swimwears, any kind of a shoots you want to do it, you can. It's not like that it's very conservative. Dubai is not at all. In fact, I feel much more safer and liberal here than back in India because I've been into this industry and I know that like the people are literally giving me an opportunity looking at the talent, and Dubai, they respect a lot for your talent.
Uh, yes, those are good questions. Yeah, well, we're going to get into that a little bit too. We started having questions about fashion here, and the first question for you, Pooja, is movie makeup different from fashion makeup?
Yes, absolutely. I can agree with that because fashion, I can say it's When you are walking and when you are on the camera, the situation is entirely different. The perspective of the people is entirely different because people can see you lively on the ramps when you're walking for the catwalks or for the fashion shows or the pageants. Movies, you have to be in the camera, but for that also you need a lot of courage to face the camera. So it is like that when you are in the fashion industry, when you are going for the shows, you definitely have that confidence either for any of this. But when you are on the ram, then definitely you will be changing your life and you won't feel that kind of shyness into yourself. So
Um, so the makeup that's used too. I mean, you have to constantly touch up, don't you? Every time you walk down the catwalk, you make your turn, then you go back to change out of your outfit. You have to reapply your makeup every time, don't you?
definitely, definitely we have to do it. In fact, I can say when you are in the movie, they just want you to be a simple girl onto the camera. Sometimes the character is like that, where they never want you to have your glamorous look with a glamorous attire. They just want a girl who's wearing a dripping a sari or just wearing formal clothes, and you have to be on the camera. So of course there's a difference.
Let's see. Uh, and the other question is, they're asking is, are the colors and hues different from movie makeup to fashion makeup? Are they different? Is one stronger than the other? I would think the ones with the movie makeup, they would probably put more on you to make it stay there
Yes,
longer, and then whereas
definitely,
the other makeup is more
definitely.
lighter.
Yes, I can say when it comes to the TV makeup, they have the different kind of a foundations which they apply, and which with the kind of a concealers and the primers which they apply is entirely different from the fashion industry what we use. For the TV products, I can say it's entirely different. And for the commercials, yes, definitely you have to put up a makeup which can stay for a longer hours because sometimes you might need to do an outdoor shoots in Dubai. If it's hot and humid, then definitely the makeup needs to stay for a longer.
Yes, yes. And I'll come back to those questions because I have a couple more. I want to get back to your beginning back in India. Now, how did you get involved in fashion in modeling in India? Was it easy to do, or was that really like you're always looking over your shoulder? Um, because you mentioned before, you felt more comfortable in Dubai. Um, you felt more safer in Dubai. Is it because of the different cultural levels in India? Do they still look down at certain things like being a model? I mean, is India still a little bit conservative when it comes down to that? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, we have the society where the people are still not so open-minded as we can find it in Dubai. And why I said it's safer here because the rules, the regulations, the people who respect about your culture, about your talent, about the industry you're working for. Any time you go out, you stay at home, you're traveling anywhere, you'll feel safe, especially for the females. I can say across the world they are traveling Dubai, and whichever industry they're working, they're really happy to go. Not only in the fashion industry, any industry you can go. You can go to the bars, you can go to the restaurants. The girls who are working, definitely they are gaining respect. And
uh,
if I talk about India, there's still people have that. I can say it's. I won't say it is a conservative, but people don't have the platform much. That where they have to start their career in the fashion industry, how they have to get the networking done. Because for fashion industry or for any kind of a work, we definitely need a networking. We have to meet the people. We have to rely out, like we have to go, we have to do a lot of stuff. So India, no, for me it was not that easy because I have to figure out the platform and I have to be very selective. So that's why I
how,
think Dubai is much more good.
how old were you when you moved from India to Dubai?
I was 20,
Wow, just a kid.
just a
Oh,
kid.
and you moved there by yourself.
Yes.
Wow, you're brave. You're venturesome. That must have been a big adventure. You must have been more excited than anything else.
Yes.
Um, did you think about going anywhere else? Did you think about going to, say, like, Great Britain or the United States when you were thinking about leaving India? Or did you always have your heart set on Dubai?
No, I can say it's all about the destiny. I literally want to go to UK. I want to travel across the world. I want to see different countries. So my passion was like, okay, I want to be a model and I want to work for different brands and I want to travel everywhere. But it's all about, I can say, my destiny that brought me here to Dubai. And today I can happily say that I love to be in Dubai forever.
Yeah, I can hear that in your voice, Pooja, for sure. It sounds like you're just having a complete blast. So now you're 20 years old. You land in Dubai. Now, did you already have a job and a place to live when you got there, or did you have to get there and then find those places?
No,
And how scared were you when you got there? Were you scared, or were you
uh,
excited?
no, I was not scared, but yes, I was a bit nervous because I don't know. It's a new country. The entire concept is new for me in Dubai. I don't have any friends. I don't know people, and I was like literally don't know how to. I was so introvert that time that I don't know how to go and talk to people, and I literally don't know how I will go and approach people for job. How I have to go and talk to them about like my situation that I've been new here. Like we have seen back in India, when you go and approach people, then it's like that you cannot get so open to everybody. So I was being into the same situation here, and definitely I have to look back into that memories, and when I think it was like a kid going everywhere and just juggling and struggling with the jobs, finding out the place to stay, and really for commuting it's one of the toughest tasks for me during that days I can say, because it's not so easy. So it wasn't a struggling period for me too.
How long did it take you to find your first job? And what was your first job there?
I was into the engineering company. I was been into the purchase, and honestly speaking, I don't know what engineering is about. I never heard about uh, like ACs or electrical things or whatever constructions. I was literally a dumb girl in that situation. I was like literally sitting, and I have to follow the same monotonous routine every day. They have to come to the office, prepare the purchase orders, and I have to go back. So I got a job. By God's grace, I got a job like not before like 20 days, 15 to 20 days. I got a job. My first job in Dubai.
Nice. Is it safe to say that you see yourself as a go-getter? I mean, you'll go out and make things happen rather for them to come to you. You'll go to them.
I believe in though.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. That's yeah, I like that. I like that attitude actually. I mean, you want to get it. Go get that animal. You get up there
Yeah.
and go chase your dream. So there you go. So you got your first. How old were you when you first got your modeling job in Dubai? I mean, how long did it take you to get your first modeling job there?
I was 27 when I got my first assignment in Dubai. But before that, I was just into the collaborations. I was literally going and get my portfolios done. So slowly and gradually, I picked up from there. I got so many people connecting with me. They loved my attitude. They loved the way I was presenting myself. And today, what I am is because of my struggle and hard work.
Yeah, people respect that. I think. I mean, especially in that
Definitely.
industry. I mean, I definitely think in that industry, it's. I don't think you can just coast on your looks because every single girl that you're walking up to, I mean, it's like you come from your hometown and you're like the big queen, right? Everybody looks at you because you're the most prettiest girl in town. But then you go to a big city and you walk in that room for a modeling job and everybody's beautiful, and it's like you just can't skate by on just your looks. You have to work really hard at it. You have to work on your walk and know your clothes. I mean, it's not easy being a model, is it?
No, it is not easy at all. You have to work a lot. Like I can say, when I started my career, I was not so good in walking. I was not doing so well, and still I want to try. Like I want to be on the ramp because I know I have the confidence I can just cope up with that. So I did my first assignment as a ramp walk show, as a fashion show. It called the Dubai Fashion Week. And today, whenever I just scroll down my videos, I see like what I was doing that time and what I'm doing today. But definitely, I've worked a lot. Like every day, I have to practice my sessions for almost 50 trials. I used to do it. I used to make my videos for 50 to 100 times, and I have to see which one is the best to choose to put it on the Instagram to show it to the people that I'm walking and I'm learning.
Yeah. Um, walking a catwalk. I mean, now what was did you learn how to walk a catwalk in India, or did you? I mean, did you have to relearn the whole industry when you left India to Dubai? Did you just all your training that you had in India? Did you have to leave it behind when you got to Dubai and take up a whole? Did you have to relearn how to be a model?
Uh, Not really. I always used to walk and I also used to keep it in mind. Whenever I'm trying to walk, even on the roadside, I will try to walk as a model. I don't consider me myself walking as an individual person or the normal person. And I just enhanced after like I got an admission into a modeling school over here and I've enhanced my skills here.
Okay, so what's modeling school like?
They teach you how to pose. They teach you what are the basic steps you need to follow when you're walking on the ramps, especially about your body postures, your face, expressions, and your style, the way you walk, what kind of walks you can do. So a lot of things we were learning from there, photo posing, from the makeup, from the hairstyle, everything they were teaching us.
It's sort of like I mean, I can see why. I can see how like comedians they drift over to dramatic roles. I can see how being a model would help you slide in from being a model into an acting because you're acting. I mean, even when you're modeling, you really are acting because I mean, I because you look at the catwalk, you see all the models come out, and they're always looking either fierce or they're looking, they have that certain look, they're looking fierce or they're looking, in the distance. I mean, inside, I'm sure you're happy. I mean, I'm sure every model is really happy to be there to walk the catwalk, but you can't go
Yes,
out there and show that all the time. You can't go out there and show I'm happy to be here. They don't want you to do that. They want you to go out there and be distant and remote. Um, was that hard for you to do when you do a catwalk? I mean, to be that way, is that hard for you to hide your emotions?
yes, there are. When I started doing it, when it was my first fashion show in Dubai, definitely I was trying to control my emotions because at the same time I was nervous, but I was keeping that confidence in me no matter how. But I will definitely going to make and set my benchmark for myself. So that was my goal. But it's really tough when
Um,
you come to walk and you have to face like a lot of audience sitting around and they are just keeping their eyes on you. So definitely you have to control your emotions, joy, everything you have to control yourself and you have to stick what you're doing at that moment.
Man, that's got to be tough. That's got to be really tough.
You
How,
can't
how
express
many
yourself.
how many shows have you worked?
Honestly speaking, I don't remember the count, to be very honest.
Um,
I've been
so
doing
so
like
that
a
so
lot of
you so
fashion
you
shoots
so
and
so you're
like
you're very much I'm sorry. You're in demand a lot then, I take it. I mean, people want you for their project all the time.
yes, by God grace, I can say like I've been doing a choreography as well. I've been a show director. I've been a choreographer for a couple of fashion shows here in back in India as well. Here also I've been doing, and I have couple of fashion shoots and fashion shows lined up in coming week. So
That's
it's a big show coming up where we have to choreograph approximately 76 models.
holy crow.
So it's a huge.
That's massive. I mean, I don't think most of us get an
Yes.
idea exactly how much work that entails. I don't think we grasp that. The outside, people like myself, we look at that and go like, wow, that's just, it seems so seamless, but I don't think we understand just how much hard work you put into it. Um, and you're choreographing too. So that means
Yeah,
that means you're choreographing and that means you control the order of the models, how they come out. Wow, that's a
exactly.
lot. That's a lot of work. Um,
Always a different concept for the choreography.
Now, what's it like shooting? Like, how many hours a day? Let's say you get an assignment. Okay, Pooja, we want you to come out and model these dresses for us. How long do you stay to do that? I mean, are you there for? Do models work a certain amount of hours, or can you be there for hours on end?
If I can say, if I need to do a commercials, I need to be stay longer for 14 hours to 18 hours
Uh,
a day,
that's
and it could be an assignment for 5 days throughout. Constantly,
wow.
we have to be there for 5 days.
And I talked to a couple of other models, and they mentioned about the main the what we hear, and this is tell me this is a concern for you, or how do you do this? But how do you because models are supposed to look a certain way, so how do you control your diet and exercise?
I love dancing all the time, and I keep on dancing for almost like 2 hours, 3 hours. Not every day, but yes, alternatively, I do that. And if it comes to diet plans, I'm already count on home food, no outside food at all. And I've cut down the carbs, sugar. So salt, I don't take much.
Do you, I know you don't do this, but I mean, have you seen any models suffer from any sort of eating disorders or anything like that?
Um, no,
You
I
don't
mean
have to.
like no.
Yes, gonna say you don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that one. Um, how about you yourself? Have you ever had a trouble with that? Have you ever like found yourself feeling self pressure on yourself to maintain a certain weight, or is that just something that
No, I eat. I definitely going to eat as much as I want. I won't starve. But yes, then I know what I have to do to make myself controlled. I mean, like, I would love to go. I would love to do Zumba, and dancing is just a hobby for me. So wherever I get a chance, I will just burn my calories in dancing and moving. So that is as well. I mean, like, I don't put on weight because most of the time I'm a pure vegetarian. I don't eat chicken and all. I completely cut it down,
oh my
and it
gosh,
helped me
so,
a lot.
do you miss it?
Yeah,
Do you miss certain dishes?
not really. I've told my heart, you don't have to eat that means you don't have to eat that. And
Oh,
honestly speaking, now I don't feel like eating food from outside at all. Once in a
okay.
while, once in a blue moon, if I feel like okay, I want to have that, I will. But I can say that eat as much as you want, but you really need an exercise for it.
Right, right.
Definitely
Yeah,
can't
no
eat
doubt.
outside.
I talked to one model who said that she lived on nicotine and coffee until her mom said no more.
I was
uh,
doing an intermittent fasting. I used to eat one time in 24 hours, so that helped me a lot as well. I can say I used to do
now,
that before.
uh, uh, but it's gotten to be a little bit better now, right? I mean, because now, I mean, we do see modeling. I mean, we don't see. It seems to be to me, it's like it seems to be more okay now with there's not so much demand on body shape as there is just on because there's all models that are all sorts of sizes and shapes. Before they would
Yeah.
all just be skinny. They'll all
Okay.
be really but now it's like it's okay if you're a little bit full figured or a little bit looking natural because the people buying the clothes, they're not going to be looking like the models. They're going to be looking like normal people.
No. Exactly. I agree with your points because nowadays I've been doing a couple of fashion shows where they need models for all sizes and shapes. There is no criteria for it. And definitely it's a good part for everybody to get a chance and to be a model because nowadays nobody wants like the lifestyle change. For example, if you're staying in Dubai, and I can say not only us because we have like I've seen a lot of people who are working for the corporate industry and they're not getting the time to work on their diet or to work on their health, and of course they can't be skinny, so it's acceptable that you can wear whatever kind of clothes you need. So all the kind of shape, size, everything is acceptable now in the fashion industry.
Uh, so how many shows does a model have to do? Because you wear a lot of you wear a lot of fashion and whatnot. Um, but and I know you got to return everything. But has there ever been a point where you've done a show or you've done a shoot at the end of the day, the company who you clothes you're modeling had to come up to you and said, you know what, we want you to have these, we want you to have this outfit or two outfits. Has that happened for you? Have you gotten some free stuff from manufacturers who are happy
Yes,
with you? Well, that's cool.
yes, I have one of the fashion show over here, and it's called Aliti Fashions. They are from USA. They are running a company over here, and it's called Analytic Fashion Models. I did the shoot for them. I did a fashion show for them. So they have gifted me. It was a gift, a beautiful dress, and I did one e-commerce shoot where they gave me a beautiful another Indian dress, another Indian attire they gave me. And sometimes if they like your work, they like your attitude, you've been very smiley to them, whatever the client needs, you are fulfilling their everything. So definitely they're going to pay you higher. If they're not giving you the clothes or something, they're definitely going to pay you more.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how they can give how they can both pay you and give you some clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of the models, especially if you're working for 14 hours a day,
Yeah.
doing a shoot, yeah, they can hook you up with a pair of shoes. Um, now I heard you earlier. You mentioned that you have gone back home to India. Um, what was that like going back home and getting to India? Was it a culture shock for you, Pooja? I mean, even though that was your homeland, it's a
No.
whole different world from Dubai to India. Was there any sort of culture shock when you got home? And how did people treat you when you got home?
I'm completely another version for them. Like the people who know me by my name right now, they are calling me as a queen because I've been a crown winner for the pageant show. I'm getting from them
Hmm.
is like everywhere they just want to take me for the photo shoots. They want to have an interview done, and I've been so occupied with the work there. Like literally, they want me to come as a showstopper. So I've been completely transformed when I went back to India. I couldn't believe myself that I'm the same person who used to stay here and was doing like a college. I just finished college, and like the people are coming and respecting me. They literally want to have like a photos. They want to treat me in a different way. So I I, I was literally in a shock that time, and unbelievable things for me.
Um, yeah, that's got to be yeah. You leave as a 20-year-old and oops, buffering up. You have to come back. Wow, this is a this is a really fun interview. That's all I gotta say. This is fun. Let me tell her just to come back in. Ah, there she is. Welcome back.
Thank you. I think there's an interruption with the connection, I think.
It might have been. Um, I love that word how you described it. How they treat you. I love the word you use, showstopper. I think I think that's appropriate. Um, and coming back, here you go. You leave as a 20-year-old, you know, and you just bravely going there on your own. You know, no one's there really helping you. you got to make it happen on your own. Then you come back, and all of a sudden, it's you come back as a success, and it's got to be just really gratifying for you.
It was a glorified moment for me.
Our friend Gareth is here. Video Tasties. I just want to say hi to Gareth, and welcome. Congratulations on getting that interview with Tommy and McLaughlin. That's awesome. Um, Gareth is also does a show like I do. He does interviews as well, and
Oh,
on YouTube. So and he's just tearing it up right now. So I gotta give him a shout out there, and yeah, I'm glad you're here, Gareth.
hi,
He's in the
Karen.
UK. Yeah, he's actually in the he's in Great Britain. Um,
Oh, I love to visit there one time. That's
have
like
you
a
gone?
another dream bucket list.
Yes. Have you been able to travel to other countries since you started modeling in the United Arab Emirates? Have you gone to
Mm,
different countries?
I got a moment where I was supposed to travel to Georgia, but unfortunately, there was circumstances happened, and now we've been getting an opportunity to travel to Oman soon. Oman, Vietnam.
Really? Now,
Yes.
are you able to to dress fine in Oman?
Yes.
Are some of the Arab countries actually are they relaxing their stances? Because I know Islam is very strict. How they want their women to dress. With the hajib, and all the dress. All the cover up their bodies and whatnot. Um,
Yeah.
are some of the Arab countries they realize that those are outdated norms. So are they putting them away completely, or do you still run across a little bit of resistance?
I think there is. As far as I can say, that we have literally, like, we are thinking to go to Oman for a couple of fashion shows and everything. And as of now, I can say that yes, a small kind of a liberty is there that we can start our fashion shows and all. Yes, you cannot wear the clothes which are too much revealing, but definitely you can start preparing yourself with the gowns, with the cocktail dresses. And
Sure.
people across the world, they really want to come and they want to explore. So now a lot of I can say it's as a kind of they are giving you kind of like liberties, leverage is there, but you have to make sure that you have to use it in a proper way. It should not be an inappropriate, and it should not go against the culture too.
Sure. I mean, I guess you could actually look at it as baby steps, like, okay, you know, maybe 10 years ago, we couldn't do a fashion show in Oman. We couldn't do what we're doing here. So, when we go over there, let's just take small steps. It's not like we're not going to have a bikini. We're not going to do bikinis the first fashion show. We're not going to do that. We're not going to but we are gonna do gowns, and like you said, gowns and dresses, and
Yes.
nothing too revealing. Let the people get adjusted to it.
Yes.
That seems to be a smart play, Pooja.
Now, the thing is, you need to be very smart because, first of all, you have to change the mentality. Like, fashion show is not only about the revealing clothes, it's also about how you build up your confidence.
Yes.
So your talent comes up, not only the beauty, but also your personality development, how you get into interaction with people, how you face the camera, how you put up yourself when you are standing in the crowd. So everything matters when it comes to the fashion industry. So slowly and gradually, we're doing the same thing, that we have to change the mentality of the society first, and then we can go to the further steps.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Betty saying she doesn't think it's outdated because that is their belief and how they grew up. Yes, but they have to evolve, though. You have to evolve. You have to adapt. I mean, those what they do is it's just you can't stay static. You can't stay in just one place and have the same mindset. You can't.
It's
I mean, you got to be able to evolve a little bit, but slow. You don't want to just come in barging through the door and expecting everything to change overnight because you're here. I mean, you got to
yes.
go slow. So I can see that. Uh, Yeah, people don't handle change sudden. They don't handle sudden change very well. I mean,
It's a kind
I don't care. I don't care what country you're in. If you try to force the people to change at a drop of a hat, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Absolutely. Because in the fashion industry, especially when I can say, I can talk to people, I can talk to thousands of people about the fashion industry, what's all, I mean, like you will be having a different lifestyle when you're coming to the fashion industry, but how it will be, what all, like different people have different perceptions. So we have to show them, first of all, like what exactly it's about the fashion industry, what we mean by it. We're not just meaning that you have to wear the clothes and you just have to reveal and you just have to walk around. It's not only about that. What matters is when you are standing, are you confident enough to face yourself? Are you confident enough
Sure.
to say that, oh, today it's me, I've been transformed after I've been into this fashion
Yeah.
industry?
I mean, you're right. It is very empowering, isn't it? To put on something really nice and put up makeup on and put shoes on and be able to go outside with the confidence of just and not worried about anybody messing with you. And that's the other thing too. Oh gosh, sorry about that. I guess that's the other thing too that comes with the territory too, is that you get a lot of male attention, don't you?
It's not only about, I can say, in UAE or any Arab countries. The same thing is back in India too. People literally don't see you in that way, that you're walking in the fashion industry or you've been having into the fashion industry. They will only respect you once they understand what is the fashion industry is all about. Unless and until they don't know, it's very tough to make them understand. So you have to show them first, and then you can rely on somebody to come and change. And as you said, it's not an overnight procedure. You can change this whole situations or the entire perspective of the society. It's not that easy. It takes time.
Mm. What's it like handling how's it like handling fans? Have you ever had a fan that really likes you a little too much? How do you handle the I guess the adulation? I mean, is that something that you have to deal with, or like people
I
getting
can say I
unwanted
can.
attention, I guess? Mm.
I always want to live grounded and humble because my fans are the one who are literally putting me up high, and because of their blessings and support, only today I'm reaching to achieve my goals. So I always give chance to them. I have a lot of fans over here in Dubai. They love me. They always treat me, and they respect me a lot. And I love to answer their questions, whatever questions I'll be getting on the Instagrams. I never try to skip. I never try to ignore them because if I'm something today, I'm because of them, and tomorrow if I'm nothing, it's also because of them.
Right. Yeah. And fashion is very fickle, isn't it, Pooja? I mean, what's hot today is ice cold tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So let me keep it in a hot way because I don't want to put it in a cold.
No, no. Let's see. Let's see. Let me just let's see. I want to make sure if there's any questions coming here that I'm not missing. Um, yes. Frog is asking you that same question I did. He says, is it hard for you when you're not working? When you're not working, it's just you. Is it hard for you to go outside by yourself in public without people asking you for your autograph or your picture taken?
Sometimes it's really hard for me, but somehow I try to manage. I don't want to upset anyone. Whosoever want to come can have the pictures. The autograph, no. I don't go and like literally, but the photographs, yes. I have to be around the fans or wherever they are coming. They want to spend some time. I definitely try to give the time to them. Not maximum, but yes, a couple of seconds or a minute is okay for me, and I love
Sure.
doing that.
Our friend Erie Frog, he's famous, so he's at whenever he goes out, he has to deal with the autograph seekers as well, right, Frog? He's a big tuber. Um, because celebrity comes in different sizes and shapes. I mean, And and the attention comes in size and shapes too. I mean, you got some people will just be happy to have an autograph from you or a picture with you, and then you got some people that want more. And sometimes you have to let them know there are boundaries. Like, yes, I can talk to you, but only to a certain level, because
Exactly.
your private life is yours. It's your private life. Um, what's the press like in Dubai? I mean, what's the press like? Are they good reporters? I mean, do they treat you guys fairly, or are they scandalous? Are they gossip mongers?
No, I can say Dubai, we don't have any scandalous kind of a thing because it's the rules and regulations are pretty much hard and tough, and everybody needs to bind up with the regulations too. And I can say they are good reporters who always try to cover you, and they cover it in a very beautiful way. I've been covered in Gulf News, I've been covered in several magazines, newspapers, and I've like literally they are very fair to us and a very respectful way, and they treat you in a good manner. And I really respect the press over here a lot.
Yeah, that's actually very refreshing to hear. Because most news, it seems like these days, they're always looking for the scandal. They're always looking to dig up dirt. A lot of reporters they're looking for sensationalism. A headline. So it's good to see that you're treated fairly over there. Um, so when did you start decide that you wanted to try to move into acting? Was that after you modeled for a while? Did people start coming to you and say, "Hey, have you thought about acting?" And so tell us a little bit about that.
After my first assignment, I was planning that I want to do something more because I want to get into good connections. I want to have I want to build up a good rapport and my name in the market. So every time I was going for the audition, I got a rejection. Frankly speaking, it took a lot of time for me to get into this platform, especially when it comes to commercials, because I've been a self-taught and a self-learner. I never went to any acting school. So auditions, like I've given thousands of auditions. I could not even count it, but I keep on trying my best because I was having the faith in me that one day I'll definitely going to get it. So I've started with a small music video that was for one of the singer in, and she's an Arab singer. And unfortunately, I was nowhere in the picture. I'm like, I haven't seen. So again, I tried my best to go for another auditions, and by God's grace, I selected for Costa Coffee,
Oh,
and that
so you're
was
a
so
spokesperson.
from there. Yes, and I've been featured in Costa Coffee.
Oh, how cool is that? Now, how important is coffee to you?
Coffee will make my day. It's like all my sorrows, all my stress moves, everything will go in a flow.
Pooja, I'm saluting you. This is
Cheers to
my
that.
coffee. This is my coffee, and I'm saluting to you right now. It is true
That's why
that
you're
coffee,
fresh. I'm like, you're literally fresh and glowing.
coffee is our friend, isn't it?
Right now, in fact, I'm sitting in one of the coffee shops. So
What
true.
what
I'm
do you?
sitting in one of the coffee shop.
Oh, I
I'm
I
sitting
love
in
it.
one of the coffee shops. So
Um,
everywhere I can see the coffee.
oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Um, what's it like being a spokesperson? I mean, commercials pay pretty well. That's a really good job to get.
Yes, but
Now,
that
now,
happens
did,
once in a while
now,
when you have to be on the camera all of a sudden, and
uh,
you feel shy or nervous at the same time because sometimes you don't know how you have to do the monologues, and you get like literally sometimes you don't have the script in your hand, and then you have to say a dialogue on the camera, and you literally feel like, what am I supposed to do now? So you literally shiver that time because the director is in front of you and you have to give the shot. So that is another tough task because you have to make sure that everything goes in a proper way. So
Now
going into the
the
commercial is also not that easy.
no commercials are they're fast. They tend to get in there and they want to move. Um, it's hard. Commercials are hard. I've heard a lot of actors comment on that. Like commercials are just they're just there's never any downtime. You're just constantly people can shoot and they can shoot, edit, and print a commercial in as little as 2 to 3 working days. That's a lot. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's really fast. Um, do you get free coffee for being a spokesperson?
Not really.
Oh wow, what? Give me your agent. Get me your agent on the phone. I'll change that. Um, so what's your favorite coffee drink?
I only drink iced latte most of the time, if I get it. Or a cappuccino is one of my favorite forever.
She's one of
I
us.
try to cut down my caffeine too. I am not much high on caffeine.
Oh right, yeah. Because you don't want to be all
I need more of
jittery.
the sleep. I need more of the sleep to feel myself glowing and shiny in the morning.
Yeah, I drink it. I drink it all day, every day. Um, so now, have you done any movies or TV shows since you've
Um,
been doing this too now?
Movies
Have you-
I've done. I cannot reveal the name as of now because I'm just waiting for the movie to be released. Soon it will
Sure.
be, and that's an Hollywood movie, one of the movie. And recently I've done Dubai tourism. I've done music videos back in India and Dubai. I've done some Arab music videos as well. I've been featured for one of the famous automobile company in Dubai. That's Alpha and I've been on the billboards for Toyota.
Now, if you got a chance to go to India to do a Bollywood movie, would you do that, or would you pass on that?
I would prefer to stay in. I can say Dubai have given me a lot of good opportunities because in back in India there are a lot of talents waiting and they're literally looking further for the platforms. And it's not that easy to come and get a job or get a movie or get any kind of a daily soaps in a day. But in
It,
Dubai, you still have got lots more chances and opportunities because here they will definitely going to admire your talent, they respect your talent, and they are equally fair to everybody.
yeah, that's important. That's important. I mean, you want to get a fair opportunity. You wanted to have an even playing field. I mean, if you did try to go back to India, though, to let's just say that there was your agent say, hey, Pooja, there's a movie that in India that wants to be they want you to come out there and star in it. Do you feel like if you would audition for it, do you feel like they still would look at you as an artist from India, or do you think that they see you as an outsider from Dubai?
In that case, if I'm an international model from Dubai, definitely the doors are widely open for me. I get more opportunities because I've been much more experienced in Dubai, and they literally understand that they have to respect what we're doing back in Dubai now. And yes, experience matters a lot. So in India, if I go, definitely they will not treat me as an outsider. They still want me to work with them because for them, at the end, I'm an Indian who is representing India in Dubai. So definitely they would love to work and they will love to give birth to.
Hey, Brene, how are you? Our friend Brene is here. She's saying hello, and hello back to you. And yes, she likes cold coffee. I know that's awesome. Uh, 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 let's see. Frog, I'm gonna get you for that. Frog is cracking me up. Um, uh, So, yeah, that's really cool though. That's really good that they would see you for your talent and not judge you as, like, oh, she thinks that she's high and mighty because she's over in Dubai. It's nice to think that if you came over and you were doing an audition in India, they would remember that, as you're just a working actor or you're a working model. And they don't look down upon you and they're not jealous of you. um, I don't know how people get jealous of hard work. You know what I'm saying? When people say I'm jealous of her, what are you jealous of? Because she worked her
Jealous
ass
of
off.
because I face that situation most of the time. I face situation everywhere, whether it's in Dubai or it's in India. But I will only tell like your jealousy is making me grow more. My
Yeah,
haters are literally making me feel more like I've been getting more towards my goals and targets. I'm going more and more towards my target because my haters are spreading the news everywhere, and they are the more lovers for me. I mean, like my fans will not do that. They will say once in a while, but my haters were going to talk about me every random time when they get it to every person, and that makes me feel like, oh, so now I have to achieve more goals and targets, and I have to keep on working hard and hard. So
yeah.
at the end, they are literally my lovers.
I guess you benefit from that behavior. If someone did come at you and they were jealous of your success, and they let that take that over them, that's less energy that they're expending on their own selves, by misdirecting the energy against you, which gives you more opportunity. Um, is that a problem in high fashion modeling? Is there a lot of envy in that? I mean, have you ever run across people with that? The envious of other people of their success. Has that ever been an
I face
issue for
that.
you?
I face that. I face a lot. But
Hmm.
at the end, I know that my my target, my vision is clear. What I have to do in my life, and honestly, I don't waste energy on such things. In fact, I will try my best that I can be good to them, and I will take whatever comments or whatever hate they have for me. I will always take it and try to put it in a positive way. I don't keep that in my heart because I know if I'll keep that in my heart, I will not go anywhere. And then
And
that is actually the thing which they are trying to degrade me. So I will never try to get it in my head.
hmm. Um, so going back to acting now, you said did you take any acting classes? Because you mentioned you went to modeling school. Did you go to acting classes as well?
No, I never did any acting classes. Whatever I do on my own.
Okay. Um, so how do you approach acting? How is your approach different from modeling versus acting? What's the big difference in how you approach each craft?
Yes. When I went for acting, as I said, I was been getting a lot of rejections I faced every day. I've been going for a couple of auditions, but sometimes there's a problem for the expressions. And when you say that you only learn when you fail, so I was learning but I was failing, and this was the quote which kept me boosting every day I was falling, every day I was getting it, and I was just having one thought in my mind, yes, I can do it. And I never want to give up. I was always keep these things in my mind no matter how bad the situation is.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Uh, and is it easy to balance your careers? Is it easy to balance modeling and acting, or can it get a little bit heavy?
Sometimes it's really get heavy because at the same time when I have the fashion shows and when I have the acting, it really gets tough, but I always try to balance because once I commit to something, I will never going to back out. So I have to make sure that when I have promised something to client, I will definitely going to fill it. And how I
Yeah.
have to fill it, I have to make that things in a very smooth way.
I mean, even if you got a bigger job, even if you're doing one modeling job, and then someone came to you and said, "Well, I'm gonna double your salary if you come do this project," you'll stay and do the first one first because
I honestly speaking, I never want to run behind money. What I want to do is I want to reach something where I can be an inspiration to a lot of women, especially to females, to the society, and especially the parents and the family. Apart from there, I want to create myself in a place where I can be a role model to a lot of people. Money will only come when we have a success, we have a name. It will definitely going to come behind us. What I need is the blessings, the support from the people, and I need to work. If I start working for money, then definitely I will never going to achieve what I want in my life because at the end I'll be just running behind money. I'm not doing what I really want to do it. So now
Yeah.
my vision is going to be going into another track. I'm not focusing on my things, on my career, on my passion. I'm focusing more on the money, how to make money, not about how to grow and boost my career.
Um.
So
How do the Arabic girls, how do you communicate with them? Do they like asking you a lot of questions? Do you face any discrimination in Dubai? Has anybody ever discriminated against you because you weren't Arabic?
never, never ever. I have never ever never, I can say, not only with the Arabs, not with any nationalities. In fact, I have all the friends of mine are from different nationalities. In the beginning, I said the same thing. I'm like, I have a friends not only from India, but moreover from other countries. I have friends from Ghana, Uganda, Nigerians, Arabs, Philippines, and I love being with them. They are so good to you that they sometimes you may have different version, and you may find like the people are not similar to your thoughts, but still they know how to understand you. And here we all are like a family because we all are expats. So they literally come and they support you, and they will never do that discrimination or racism here.
That's really good to hear. Honestly, I wish I could sit there and say the same here for my country, but I'd be lying to you. That's not the case. We unfortunately, America is still a very well, what's the kind word to use for that? Bigotry. Yeah, we still have a lot of problems here in America. It's really, and what's funny is that we look at ourselves here in the States as being progressive, but it sounds like Dubai is far more progressive than we are. Um, I'm sure, I know it's not a perfect place, but I mean, from what you've been telling me, it's a very fair place, and they've been doing it really. They've been doing it right. Um, what's your favorite things to do in Dubai? I mean, where do you go? What do you do when you're not working?
I love roaming around the other places, different Emirates places. We can call Abu Dhabi. We have Fujairah, and it's all different places where we can go. We have like it's a mountainous areas. Ras Al Khaimah, Jabal Jaz is one of the biggest areas, biggest mountain places, and we have Alain. So we have UAE is compiled of 7 places, and I would love driving. I would love to go for a long drive, especially in these days. It's raining. One day or the other, it keeps on raining nowadays in Dubai.
Oh,
So you will enjoy the weather.
it's
In
raining
Dubai,
in
it's
Dubai. Oh my God.
not in Dubai, but outskirts of Dubai. So literally, we'll see a lot of rains. I don't know. It
Oh,
started happening nowadays, and it's weather is really good. And if you really want to get into a peace or something, I love to go to beachside. I will stay there for a couple of hours, and then I'll start thinking what I have to do. I have to make my plans for my future. So best time is you when you go out somewhere for a drive, or you want to go out and stay somewhere near the beach. And there are a lot of places to visit, like Burj Khalifa is one of them, Atlantis is one of them. Abu Dhabi we have Warner Bros, Yes Islands, and in October we have Global Village. It's opening, and Dubai Expo was one of the extreme. That was one of the beautiful time.
hi Katie, our friend Katie's here. Just want to say hi to Katie there. Um, yeah. Now you mentioned mountains. I know Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It's like 7 islands, isn't it? Isn't it like 7 little islands and they're connected, or is that
Connected. It's
okay?
7 places which connects together, and that is all about the UAE. So we have included Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi. So we have 7 places, 7 Emirati
Are
places.
they are they all one and the same, or does every section is different?
No, they have the different sections. Like, for example, if you're going to go to Al Quwain, we're going to take from Dubai 1.5 hours. If you're going to travel to another place called Fujairah, it's going to take 2 hours. So they have like situated in eastern region, northern region, southern region. So it kind of like different areas.
and and uh, um, and you get to drive wherever you go. Do they drive like the UK? Do they drive on the left hand side or the right hand side?
No, here it's Lifton.
Is the left? Oh, see, I wouldn't last very long. I probably end up getting killed the first 15 minutes because I would forget that and run into somebody's truck or something like that. Uh,
No, yeah, even back in India, so I was driving. I after that I got a license here in Dubai. I was pretty
uh,
much confused to drive because it's the right hand and the left hand, so I was totally confused.
it's got to be. How long did it take for you to? It's got to be. That's got to be sort of scary though. You got to remember that all the time. Um,
Yeah, it was.
uh, so what do you do for? Like I asked you where you go, but what do you do on your downtime? Do you enjoy cooking? Do you enjoy crafts? Um, what do you do? What do you do for you?
Sometimes I love writing poetries when I'm sitting in my free time. I do cooking, and the best part which I do is I keep on thinking about the theme concept for the choreography and the catwalk.
Mm.
So every time,
So
whenever I'll be sitting idle, I keep on preparing the themes, what I have
so
to
let's
teach new to the models.
so let's walk. Have us walk us through a fashion show. Let's just say that I walk in there and this is my very first fashion show. I know nothing, and to walk me through as you're preparing for the show, walk me through it. What do you do and walk me through the steps of it. How do you prepare? Are you responsible for getting the models? Are you responsible for the clothes? Or and
I
are you
have
just
Okay, I'll start from the beginning. I have my couple of friends, and I will call them as a friends, not my students as well, also because my concern was that people over here, especially the females who love to do work and who want to get into the fashion industry or the modeling industry, they're not getting the right platform to do it. And precisely, they don't have enough money to pay because everybody is an expat and everybody needs to send money back to their home because they have responsibilities. So what I tried my best that I have like couple of friends who love to do catwalks and learn. So we contribute money. Whatever will come in my pocket, I will pay, and whatever it will come in their pocket, they will pay. We contribute money. We will gather like 10 to 15 people in a studio where I will start teaching them the steps, how they have to walk, especially when they have that eagerness to learn. And from there, they will start grasping everything, how they have to walk, what all the pose they have to do. And slowly, when I have like I've been going for my shows, or maybe I have the designers who love to get new models, then I will try them to go and participate in the fashion shows. And especially, I will teach them before one day, prior to one day, what exactly they have to do there. So this is how I will always love to try to give them the chance and to keep on motivating them. So
is it
that was
is
my
it
actual
hard
concept.
is it hard when you because you were once one yourself, you were a new model yourself. Do you find it hard to go back uh, uh, to help others? It's to say it's a girl's first show. Do you find yourself find yourself taking compassion on them? Is it easy for you to take care of them, or is it just a business and they have to get it right pretty much right away?
It's not hard. It's all about inside you. What exactly you want to do it for yourself. I will leave it on to them. If they really want to learn something, definitely nothing is impossible. It's all about I can guide them with the right path, with the right direction, and if they really need to follow it, definitely they will. So my task is that however I can help them in what situation they are. If I can be an inspiration, if I can be a role model, or if I can be a teacher to them to put them in the right way where they can walk, where they can just literally follow their passion, of course, I would love to do it. Of course, the things are have, I mean, it's hard, but at the end, if you know that you have that things in you, definitely you can come out of that. You didn't need to worry.
We got some comments from the chat, and our good friend Betty is sitting there saying, "Pooja, this is a really good interview," and I have to agree. I mean, this is outstanding. I can't thank you enough for coming out and talking with us. I mean, this has just been I better than I dreamed of. I didn't know what to expect, because but this has just been awesome. Um, so what's in your future? Where do you see yourself going in the future? Are you going to become a basically behind the scenes still? I mean, uh, are you going to still stay in front of the camera
I
or
would
do
love to
both?
face the camera. I would love to face the camera because I have several stories which I always love to share. I always love to come up and I want to utilize myself in a way where people can literally learn something from me and I can learn something from them too. Because knowledge is the more you expand the knowledge, the more you will gain it. So my concept is clear that I will definitely be in the front foot always. But yes, when it comes to BTS, definitely I'll be behind the camera too. I will never mind it. But I just want that whatever I'm doing, it should be in a perfect way within appropriate level. And I too, I need to be useful for everybody in a different direction, especially for the female. If I can do something for them and I can change the mentality of the society, a vision of their towards the fashion industry, that's enough for me.
Yeah. Um. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I have my target that I want to be on the Vogue magazine. I want to be, I want to have a dream to follow where I have to make my mother's name more than my name because I have a story which I really want to share with you also. After 5 years, I really want to, somebody will be coming and telling me, oh, look, she is Pooja, the Beanshy Queen. You remember her? We saw her there. She was just walking. And today, look at her. She's been
Um.
into a versatile personality. She's been transformed herself.
Yes. Yes. I can see this. I can see how much you're driven. Um. Now, I guess this is sort of a. I hope this does not come across as sexist because I don't mean it to be. But do you think about
Not at
having
all.
do you feel like do you see yourself having a family in the future with kids and whatnot, or is that not in the cards for you?
Family, of course, everybody needs a family, but because before that, I really want to boost my career. And if somebody really want to be with me, definitely I need a person who will support me, who will respect my career because I don't want to stop my career for anything.
No, nor
Precisely,
should you.
I want a hand who will be there to proudly can say that he is my wife or she's my mother or she is an inspiration whatsoever but it should be in a proper way. I mean, like, I don't want to juggle everything in one way. I want to keep everything step by step.
No, I agree with you. I mean, and you know what? And quite honestly, because I mean, I'm like that too. But sometimes family, having a family, if you have a choice between a career and a family, it's perfectly fine to take the career. There should be never any pressure on anybody to have a family. If you don't feel like that, if that's something that's not in the cards, so what? You're gonna have a career. You're happy doing what you're doing. You're able to go where you want to go, do what you want to do. So there's plus and minuses on both sides of it. Um, I could, would you ever think about taking a job at a magazine, or as far as that goes, being an editor? Would that be something that would be that? Would that be something you'd be looking, try to at least try?
I really want to.
I hear. You know what? Wow. I should have asked that question a lot sooner. Um, what magazines do you like? Well, what's the best magazine out there right now?
Here in Dubai we have the film fair Middle East, and we have two more magazines coming from London. One is Celestial. One is Celestial magazine. And since I have done one of the fashion show for one of the designer, I've been a choreographer for her. So a couple of magazines are here, but one of the best is the Filmfare Middle East magazine, where I've been featured after winning the crown as well. But I want to be back in India. I want to be in the Cosmopolitan. I want to be into Vogue, but I have to. I know I have to work a lot and hard to reach that height.
But you're getting there. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're a beautiful girl for sure. I mean, I could definitely see that. I'm sure if we saw you walk, I'm sure we'd be very impressed with that.
No.
You don't get to be where you're at without having skills. That's for sure. Um, do you have a favorite photographer?
Um, you mean to say like all over? I have one of the photographer, and he does shoots in Mumbai for the celebrities, and he's Jabu Ratnani.
Uh, what's his name?
Jabu Ratnani.
Okay,
Jabu
and
Ratnani is one of the celebrity photographer, and I have a wish that one day I'll going to work for him.
I'm sure that will happen. What makes him so good?
My positivity.
So he may because I know photographers are can be really they can be rather stiff, you know, they can be rather rough, you know, if they don't get what they want. Have you ever run across a photographer that's been unprofessional with you that has been has been maybe not bully you or try to impose their will on you? Has that ever happened to you with a photographer?
Uh, no. Honestly speaking, I never faced such kind of photographers.
That's good.
Here in Dubai, never have faced it. Back in India, I don't think so. I've ever faced it. No.
Hmm. Uh, this is
They're literally good and supportive.
they what
They're literally good and supportive.
that that's really positive to hear. It does seem like things have changed, a little bit, as far as the respect goes, because a lot of photographers, they have to work. You have to work together as a team. I mean, just because you're famous per se, it doesn't really doesn't make you any better than the next person down the line. It just means that your name might be out there a little bit bigger, or maybe because you started a little bit sooner. But that's really all it means. I mean, you're still one and the same. Without models, what good is a photographer? And then the same
It's
thing.
I can say it's the vice versa. It's like without the photographer, we can't be a models, and without the
Right.
models, they can't be a photographer.
Yeah. So
Have to work
you have
each
to learn to
other.
work together. Um. Uh, ooh. Pooja. One last thing for you, and then I'll let you go because I know you're busy. Um. What's been your favorite show or your favorite piece that you've done so far in your career? What's the one thing that you've been proudest the most? What makes you proud? What's the one thing that you've been happy, made you happy the most?
The moment when I won the crown, a being she pageant queen, and out of 17 countries, I represented India, and I've been a crown winner for that. So that was a proud moment for me because that way I was coming back to you. That in that situation, I've lost my mother, and I was on the stage, and I literally don't know whether I'm going to be winning this or I'm going to losing this. But my hope was only that I have to stand here and I have to make sure that I should complete the task what my mother was dreaming about. And after
Mm.
winning that crown, that was a proud moment for me because today I can proudly say, Mama, even if you're not around me, I've won the crown and I've made it. It happened.
I can definitely say this, Pooja. Even if you hadn't won the crown, you still made it. You still made it. You're an incredibly remarkable person, and thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. I really do appreciate it. Um,
Thank you
I
so much
do,
for your lovely time.
I do hope that maybe you'll come back and visit us sometime next year, and we'll catch up with you. And when that big Hollywood movie comes out, maybe we'll be able to see you on the big screen.
Definitely, definitely. And I'll going to share the news with you.
Please do. We'll do it over a cup of coffee, iced coffee.
Sure. A nice
Um,
coffee.
I want to thank the our chat for coming out and rocking it yet again. I have the best chat. They're small, but they're mighty, and I really appreciate them all. You
Thank
guys
you.
really make this.
Thank
I was nervous. I'll be honest with you. I was like, I have never done a 12 o'clock show before, and I was like, I hope there's somebody comes out and watches this with us because Pooja's a remarkable person, and I'm glad that everybody did come out. So thank you so much to the chat. Real quick, before I let you go, I got to do one piece of business before we go. Tonight, 8 o'clock, we'll be back. I'm doing two shows today. I'm doing this one, and
Oh,
then yes, and then I'm coming back at 8 o'clock, and we'll be interviewing Jonathan Martinez, aka Man of Movies, uh, YouTube channel, and he's a movie reviewer. So when your new movie comes out, he'll be the one reviewing it. He's a member of the Cinema Squad, and he'll be here talking about movies. We'll be talking about our favorites, Oscar time, what's coming out in the next year or so. A whole bunch of things with Jonathan, and he'll be here at 8 o'clock to talk about it. And then next week we have three shows. We have artist, photographer, and writer Maureen Duty will be here with us at 8 p.m. The Bud Files will be here with us on Wednesday the 12th. And then our good friend Heroic Waffles, the best name on YouTube, Heroic Waffles, will make a return visit with us on the 13th of October. Thank you guys for all coming out. Pooja, stay right where you're at. And then I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. And I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock. Thanks so much.